This is a video I wasn't meant to make. I'm just taking a paracetamol because I got a headache. That was an adventure. I was panicky earlier, so I had to go out, and I just had to get out. I had to get out the house, and I wanted to just go for a walk at Penarth and make a video. I hate paracetamol. Well, I don't hate it. I mean, I hate taking any sort of drugs and pills and stuff. But then I got the hoop here. Let me put it there for now. I had to get out, so I was going to go to Asda. It's currently 3:13 in the morning. I was going to pick up a coffee and go to Penarth. So I'll do the mile walk in Penarth and then make a video in the car because I was panicky about all sorts of things, getting upset tonight. I had to go out and make a video. But then on Moors Road, there's a large clunk, and I looked down and then the battery warning light's on because I lost the alternator. The alternator broke and the accessory belt broke a year ago. This is the new accessory belt, and this embedded itself in the radiator and the where the headlights are in the car. So I'm surprised usually, because if this breaks, you're usually on the road. So the car's broke. The accessory belt, there's no water pump, no alternator. Trying to get here quickly, because trying to get Mum's because it's the closest place, because they're doing something on the road. So I quickly used that junction, turned around and come back. And I boiled the coolant on the way back. So the car's smoking there. It's stopped now, but the coolant was all boiling on the way back because there's no water pump or anything. But the thing is, it should have been fixed last year when this broke last year. It was last year, wasn't it? This broke last year. It did. It broke last year. I have to go through my notes and find out when this last broke. I thought this. I was going to looking for this on the way back. Well, passing thought. I thought this would be on the road. Well, I mean, half of it's probably on the road, on the Moors Road. I mean, because it's just shredded. Oh, that's my savings gone anyway. That's the stuff that's my trying to fix the car now. I got a cup of tea. I'm going to have a cup of tea. Right, there's one good thing to come from tonight is I found this, because I lost this. I went and bought this because I'd lost this, and this one is a big one. It's my power banks. The new power banks. Well, this is good, because then I've got one to power the lights, because in the winter in the car, I got this for the front of the car, and I've got an LED string for the back of the car. It's a stress tonight, it's a stress. So, yeah, having lots of discussions with Dad about getting other cars and trying to find a car that is suitable for his requirements, and because he wants me to use it most of the time, you know, driving him around, but have a car that he has access to use, whether it's in my name or his name. I put a lot of thought into different cars because I don't want to drive a car that doesn't have any charm. And see this Perodua, it's not the best car in the world, 0.9 litre engine, but Dad wants something as cheap as possible, as small as possible, with 5 doors if possible. Perodua Canary, it's just, it's a good enough car. You know, Daihatsu Movers, Daihatsu Movers. I used to like the Grand Move, actually. Yeah, I was upset earlier. I was really upset. But now I've had this happen with the car, and my what's it called? Adrenaline is up, and so. Sorry, I just noticed the light reflecting on my tea, because this is a deep freezer, and you can see the vibrations on my tea. And then I pick it up and it's gone. And then I my cup of tea and you can see the vibrations. I think a T-Rex is coming towards us. It's really interesting to see. Can you hear me? That's recording. Yeah, I got my short glasses so I can't see how much it was recording. Yeah, my eyesight's terrible. I used to be able to see the numbers from that sort of distance, of that sort of size, without glasses on, but now I can't. And these are my close glasses, so it's even worse, it's even blurrier. And the long glasses, my prescription's changed, I need better glasses, but I can't afford it right now. Plus, whenever I go into the glasses place, they never have nice frames, and these frames are really nice. I like these. These are my favourite glasses. I'm not meant to be talking about this right now. Yes, you can take paracetamol and St. John's wort, and you can take fexofenadine at the same time, according to ChatGPT. Fexofenadine, paracetamol, and St. John's wort. Right. I need to find OneDrive because I've got a to-do list, which is a text file on my desktop. One of the good things about OneDrive is I can access a desktop on my big desktop. Except the OneDrive app on the phone is trash. See, it's the problem with the OneDrive app on the phone. It gives you so much spam just trying to get into it. No, I don't want to do that. I've already got the 30 gigabyte OneDrive rather than the 5 gigabyte default. It still tries to spam you into getting the. Oh, I still got in the details of penny packed flowers by here on the desktop. What am I looking for? To-do list. Oh, I got pictures. And pictures I was making for videos and that. A video about dyes, how this makes me perfectionist, also been smacked for the last, Yeah, I was going to do a deep dive as well, You know, like I did about my getting jealous for people who travel? I think I'm over that now. Because it definitely talking through it and getting the thing on the side is an anti-fly thing. Yeah, I was going to do a deep dive about some of my other thoughts and feelings, how I think and feel. I'm much more perfectionist than I think I am, because when I did the DISC, Mum's tap drips. That's what the sound is. When I did the DISC test, I found out I was a pure C, and so I'm very conscientious, trying to make things perfect and make sure there's no unknowns. Where did that come from? And has it held me back? Because I do have this habit of starting projects and not always finishing them. Like I don't always put all these videos out. But I'm getting better at putting the videos out and being more relaxed about it. I mean, I wish I could be making this in the car tonight. Just wanted to get out in the car and make another video. No, let me go and talk about cars again and get my mind away from mental health and things. Talk about cars. I really want this Escort. But then when I did the spreadsheet earlier and just working out all the costs and all the tax and insurance, it's not the highest scoring car. It's just got lots of charm. A 1996 Escort. Yeah, I was stressed this week because people were laughing about my car. And I was going to make a video about that. It's going to cause me too much stress right now, so I don't want to talk about it. Because it got me really upset. So we have cool light, warm light, or neutral. I have my sewing bag. I've been talking about things, having thoughts about things I want to talk about. Thoughts which making a permanent negative change, making plans for it. I was going to talk about this more formally tonight, but Now I'm not in the car. Now I'm in my mother's room. My mother's in the room, literally there with the door open. I don't know if Mum's listening or what. I don't know. Making a permanent negative change. Where's my scissors? With the pillow. I really want to explain why I have those initials, someone's initials on there. I really, really want to explain, but it's not comfortable to talk about right now. And it just happens to have a Winnie the Pooh ruler. There, this is my niece's, and I needed a ruler. That's why I have this. Because she doesn't use it anymore. We got it in the drawers. I didn't specifically pick a Winnie the Pooh ruler. I just happened to have one. I need to get a microphone as well. I need to get a microphone. But I've since found a okay looking microphone brand that actually has the audio levels on a little LCD screen on the microphones themselves. But I can't remember how much they were. They weren't that expensive. They weren't as expensive as other brands of microphone. But it's still enough that I'd have to plan for spending that sort of money, and I was thinking about it. But now the car's broken, I can't. Yeah, I always like doubling over the thread. I know what other people say, well, you don't have to, but I do, I just prefer it. Yeah, I was getting really panicky earlier. I was getting panicky and upset. I could just feel my heart going, and I was really worried and scared for someone who's important to me. I was really scared and worried about them, even though I don't know anything. I just don't. I was really scared. So, I haven't got my coffee from Asda tonight. I haven't got my coffee from Asda. I ended up having the tea here. Oh, there's ice creams in there, because I tempted to get some snacks. I've been trying to resist snacks, and that's the thing is, I was listening rather than watching. I was working on one of my Python projects, and I was listening to Dr. K talk to the other Indian doctor. What's his name? I even got the other Indian doctor's email, but they were talking a lot about discomfort tolerance, and how it correlates with depression, anxiety issues. I'm not sure I totally agree with that, because when I practiced a lot of discomfort tolerance, it ended up reflecting bad on me, because people made me uncomfortable a few times, and I just ignored it. It's not. No, I don't want to cause a problem. So I was practicing this discomfort tolerance then, and it just ended up not being the best thing for me. It sounds to me like it's going through, as soon as the drip, there's low noise of it bump, because Mum got it so it's hitting the sponge, and so it's a bit like a low sound. But I can hear music between each. I'm not sure if it's the fridge or the freezer. It seems like every bump, there seems to be a couple of notes. Is that just the way my mind works? I mean, it's still irritating. I mean, it's still Tuesday. Oh, I can't go to walking group, can I? I cannot go to my walking group unless I take the train, but the train's going to cost a lot of money, isn't it? So the trains are just prohibitively expensive. So, I mean, it's not far to walk from Cogan, but Cogan Station, right? When I worked in the Washington, a couple of days, I walked down to Cogan Station to come back home. I think I tried getting the bus there. I think a lot of the time I walked to Cogan Station to try and get the train. How did I even start working in the Washington? I can't remember. I can't even remember. when I started there. I bet Elise, who I was working with, I bet she's doing something great and spectacular now, and I'm just a loser. But I remember walking back, this was before I did university, before I did the class, was it 2000, 2001? So we're talking about more than 25 years ago, 25 years ago. I can remember being really upset, sitting on the platform in the dark, and it was in late evening, and I was upset because I was just so alone. You know, everyone else had relationships and that, and I just knew at that point, I'd already known for a long time before that, it's just something I can never experience, I'll never be good enough. I think it was a day, was it the Manic Street Preachers? They did some presentations, it was some big band, I don't know. I'm sure it was them actually. They did the presentation. It was like one of the band members coming, I don't know, I was just handing out the little pastries. But just how everyone else has experienced relationships and things, and I had nothing. No one wanted to know me, no one wanted to be with me. I'd known that since I was about 8 years old. There was a time when I'd worked that out when I was 8 years old, that I just wasn't good enough, wasn't worthy enough. I want to talk about the time when I was waiting on the station for someone when I was 7 years old. I've brought it up before in other videos, but I don't think I should pin that. When I was waiting on the station and no one asked why I was there, or even I said why I was going and waiting on the station. No one wanted to know where I was. No one even cared when I returned. The thing is, with the camera being further away, you probably can't hear me anyway. And if I put the audio levels up in editing, then you're going to hear the tap. And Mum's phone. Yeah, waiting on the station. And was it 2000, 2001, one of those years? On Cogan Station. Just being upset, waiting there for half an hour or so in the dark. It was late evening, no one around. It was just a really upsetting experience. I was wearing a yellow shirt, not the golden shirt, but a yellow shirt, because I used to dress up I used to have coordinated colours, like socks and the black trousers and the yellow shirt, and I used to have and the yellow brolly, and I used to try and coordinate my colours. You know, working in an arts gallery, you've got to be conscious like that. But I was always constantly fighting depression, then and now. I had allergy issues then, rubbing my eyes, but it went for years, and now it's back. I haven't taken effects of Phenadine today, but I don't feel like scratching right now. Right, I'm going to have to tie that off because there's not really enough thread to do much. So I've got to work on these locking stitches rather than just going around a couple of times and tying it by hand. Apparently you can just do these locking stitches. And that should be enough. Although I'm always bothered, I'd like to stick a third there. I'm always bothered it's going to come out, it's not going to come out. I've got a waste of a thread. Because I'm not right. I don't think the same way as other people, do I? Just don't think the same way as other people. I'm always the outsider, the odd one out. So I got to make a decision. I've made a little flow chart of all decisions I got to make. I made a little flow chart of what things I want to do and things I want to achieve and what's most important to me. Although I want to go back into education, although I'd want to go back to university, the thing that's most important to me is not that route. And she's not a thing either. I was going to make little cardboard cutouts of 4 fictional characters I've come up with to use in some of my explanation videos on short documentary videos. I've come up with 4 characters, and I was going to do cardboard cutouts. So when I'm explaining things on video, I can hold them up and say this sort of person does this and this sort of person does this, and their reactions. And I haven't done that yet. I'm worried about the printer. Dad and I have got to use the printer more often. I don't want to break it like the last one. I don't want it to stop working. I want to make cards again, but it's just having them. I don't have the money for materials at the moment. I just can't afford it. I just can't afford it. I don't have the money for materials. So what am I going to do today? Well, I have to call the garage and get the car, see what's happened, and say I got the belt there. Well, I could just walk down there, because that's good exercise, couldn't I? It's not that far. I could walk down there. I keep cutting off these frayed ends, and I'm worried that it's going to fray completely until well, there you go, my light's gone. Well, there we go. So this power bank's out. So I didn't get my exercise tonight, walking along Penarth waterfront in the dark. Alright. I'm not going to finish this in this video. I'll stop the video now. Because I'm getting tired of the video now. What have we done? 52 minutes? Yeah, see what happens next day.